Hello, everybody. I'm Slice. Welcome to episode 49 of All the Mods 8. Isn't this beautiful? As much as I love those shader packs, once you get a lot going on in your system, or in your world rather, they become a little bit too much. So unfortunately, I mostly have to play with them off. But I think that might be partially due to added lag from these two farms. It seems as though having all of these growth accelerators is really lag inducing for the plants. It's the only thing I can think of that is producing a lot of lag, because my mob farm is off. All of my bees are in simulator things, so they're not popping in and out, right? Speaking of bees, I did a little bit of bee gathering and bee breeding. I took a little while to get some ashy bees, so that way I could get some nomad bees. And in so doing, I was able to get myself some silicon bees and plastic bees. Now, the plastic bee is going to be important in a future episode. I just wanted to get it started so that way I can have the resource on hand when I need it. But today we're going to work on the Mekasuit. Since we were able to finally get the lithium dust corrected, I want to make that suit. So let me go show you something. In between last episode and this episode, all I was waiting for was for crafting to be done. Oh. Apparently that's not good for you. I was able to craft the Wither's compass, so we're gonna get that placed so that way it stops hurting me. We are now down to a few things. I took this out so that way later on, that could be the final piece that we put in. But what is it? The improbable probability device is very, very close to being completed. I'm just waiting for this to finish up. Oh, it's actually really close to being finished up. Cool, we'll be able to place that this episode then. And then we have to work on the final piece, the pulsating black hole, which takes a pressure chamber from Pneumatic Craft, which is why I want the plastic, because the micro missiles requires plastic. I don't know what's required for the pressure chamber just yet. We'll figure that out in a future episode. But the rest of this is actually pretty easy. I think the lightning bomb might be the hardest thing to put together because of these weather containers, but I mean that's not hard. FYI, when you go to do this in here, the infinity nuke, for some reason doesn't show you the recipe. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to actually type it in. Notice that there's a lot of different ones here. This first one you can click on. Okay, so I added that over here to my list. Okay, so keep that in mind. Same thing here. This doesn't show you the recipe for this, all right? So you have to type that in. Let's see, range 12 is what I did. Yeah, right. So then you add that. Okay, so keep that in mind for when you go to do that. So let's go ahead and get started on crafting ourselves the Mekasuit. All right, first piece, helmet. This takes... See, that... I don't understand why that's not allowing me to craft it, because it's definitely in there. How many of those do I need? I need 4? Yeah, okay. Let's try... Wait, hold on. Let's go here. This is the basic induction. So it's provider that I have. Oh, okay. Well, in that case, let's just make this. And we can do that. Cool. Okay, so now we should be able to do that. So let's go ahead and craft ourselves a set of armor. And then something else that we need to craft, I believe, here is the Modification Station. So let me get this stuff crafted, and then we'll figure out the modules together. As you can see, we have them crafted, and they charge in my inventory, which is fantastic. I also crafted the Modification Station, so let's take a look through the modules. Now, I did start looking, and I saw that an energy unit and the radiation shielding unit are there. I don't like having to switch between the hazmat suit and the armor that I'm currently wearing, so I'm hoping that this radiation shielding unit will really do the trick. Now, it's only one per, so I'm going to assume here that I'm going to need like 4 of those. But what else do we got? We have color modulation, not that important. Excavation, that seems like it would be for a tool. Yeah, tool. Vision enhancement. Brightens the surrounding environment, allowing the user to see through darkness. Okay. Maybe. Inhalation purification. Applies a miniature electromagnetic field around the breathing apparatus, preventing selected potion effects. Oh, okay. So I could prevent, like, witches from damaging me with potions. That's pretty cool. Teleportation. Provides for quick travel to nearby blocks. I'm not really using that, so I'll avoid that. Vein mining is already included in this. Blasting, I don't think I need. Ore refinement, don't need. Silk touch, don't need because that's tool. That's tool. Nutritional injection unit, I have a backpack for. Dosimeter. Displays the user's current radiation dose in the HUD. I mean, that could be useful. Geiger unit could be useful. Jetpack. Applies a hydrogen-fueled jetpack to the Mekasuit. Can I not fly without that? I may have to look into another means of flight then, if that's the case. Because I don't want to have a jetpack. I want just straight creative flight. Charge distribution. Evenly distributes charge throughout all worn Mekasuit armor. So that sounds good. Gravitational modulating unit. Allows the user to defy gravity. Is that the creative flight? Let's maybe add that. Elytra unit. Applies an HDPE reinforced elytra to the Mekasuit. So that would be like gliding, I would assume. Gyroscopic stabilization allows the user to act as though they are on solid ground. I mean, that's kind of neat. I'm not sure how I would use it. Nope. Motorized servo. Servos to reduce the strain of sneaking. The strain of sneaking? Huh. Propulsion allows me to jump higher. Don't necessarily need to jump higher. Magnetic attraction. I have a magnet for that. Frostwalker. Don't need. Solar recharging. That may be useful because I haven't been able to get this entire series. I have not been able to get my wireless charging from the Flux network to actually work. I've gone onto the Discord. People have gotten just as confused as me. I don't know why it's not working. Like, it'll work here, but the stuff that's in my inventory, not inventory, sorry, like
actually equipped on me or in my curio slot doesn't want to charge. Geothermal generator harnesses geothermal energy from the surrounding environment. Did that just lose power randomly? So we got a few things that we can make. So let's start by, this requires, doesn't require, but I can put 8 into 1. So I would want 32. Right? So let's actually make this into that, so that way I can, hello? Waiting on server again, even though it doesn't show it. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now if I do the energy, we can craft 32 of these. Okay, and while that's doing that, let's make some of these. You know what, let's just make a bunch of module bases. How about that? I don't know how many I'll actually need, but let's just make a bunch. And then we'll want some infused alloys for a lot of them. So let's just do a stack. That's going to require some stuff. Okay, all of those require a little bit more advanced stuff, which is totally fine. So let's craft 4 of these. All right. So one thing I'm not a huge fan of for AE2 is that it's not smart enough to push. Oh, I need redstone there. I should probably upgrade those machines. They're kind of lackluster. Wait, why are these not coming? Is it because they're being immediately used for these? You know what? I've had this problem before, and I don't know why. These might not be going back into the system for some reason. Oh, hey, my other piece quit. What is this? Oh, okay. So this is crafting the energy tablets. It's reserving these for that. Okay, well, I guess let's, I'll wait for these to be crafted. I'll craft these other ones and bring you back for the installation. We have a number of things crafting at the moment, but my inventory is full because those units don't really stack very well. That's not how that works. There we go. So where can I connect power to this? Well, let's... on the back. All right. So that should be hooked up. Yep. All right, so let's try this out then. All right, so vision can get put in there. Okay, so that seems pretty straightforward. Okay, so that's going to take a bit of time for each one. Let's see. Radiation is going to have to go in. Let's see here. That's body armor, which is there. Let's get radiation in there. And then body armor is also there. Charge distribution Oh, it's only one. Darn it, I should have read that. Okay, that's fine. Oh, it drastically changes the... Huh. It lowered the energy? Hold on, let's take a look at that real quick. It doesn't really say what it does. But it took it from 6.4 million. Oh, it's G. Never mind. I'm being silly. All right, so with this, that means that I just made those three that are useless. Let's just drop those off real quick. And some stuff over here should have been done crafting. Nope, it's still going. All right, so while that's doing that, let's find... I'm going to assume here that we need to find a new method for flight. Just because. I know that this has the gravitational module that is... I'm currently waiting for it to craft, so there's that. But might as well look to see if we can find something in case we need it. Angel rings. I know there was concern from me earlier in the series about these because they now take FE. And I'm not too keen on that. Let's do... Okay, so yeah, that's not going to be a thing. Hopefully that gravitational unit will be what we want. Did this finish crafting yet? I'm going to go with no. Yeah, it's got a little bit. All right, I'll be back when this is done. We've got it all sorted. I put some apotheosis modifiers on it. I didn't really re-roll to get like optimized stuff, so I don't know if this is the best that it could be, but I have a lot of sockets to play around with, so that'll be fun. So let's go ahead and get it switched over. Put this on there. That doesn't look like that's right. What armor set is that? Okay, there's that. So now we need to plop down this armor stand. And put... Oop, why did you equip instead of putting it on the thing? Naturally. And what we'll be able to do is make sure that we have no armor on us, right? I can't fly. I can't run at super speeds. All right, I'm sure I take plenty of fall damage, but I'm not going to try that out. There's the mech suit. Man, that's got a lot of nifty little looking gadgets on it. So now the question is, can I fly? Oh, that's got an interesting sound to it. You hear that? And I believe this should mean that I can go into the radioactive areas without problem. I think. So I don't actually know if there's radiation going on in here at the moment. Okay, so you can see that there is radiation. My Geiger counter, I don't know, it just seems to be maxed out at 99.99. I'm not sure if that's like default what it should be. Let's actually hold on. Let's break this, because that'll definitely do it. Nothing changed. Okay. It's kind of intriguing. Wait a minute. That noise was coming through before I went through my portal. Is there radiation in my base for some reason now? Okay, so these guys are now back to producing. They weren't producing before. Radiation's way worse down here. That's interesting. Okay, so the radiation does... Okay. Alright, let's pop back out. Okay, radiation is fine. It looks like maybe I just started hearing the noise before everything loaded. We got a little compass down there in the bottom left. You can see which way we're facing and what our coordinates are. That's pretty neat. I like that. And then I assume it seems like my armor's maxed out. Wow, that audio cue for flight is something else. Is there a source for that? Is it mechanism? Okay. Is it maybe this? Yeah, there we go. Cool. So I don't have to worry about flight. Now, I'm not that fast, so I may want to increase my movement speed with some gems, but I can work on that separately. Earlier in the episode, we mentioned that part of the star was finished. So we should be able to make this improbable device. Oh, of course, I used the solar units for my suit. So those will have to craft up. I think those are pretty small, though. Yeah, that's not too bad. All right, so what's coming next? What is next? Next up is the pressure chamber. This is already crafted because that's actually really, really simple. This has an auto craft. This has been crafting. We're getting a lot of those. Nuke is already crafted because you can, those are pretty simple. Right, already got one of those. The quantum ring is fairly cheap. The plastic was actually for this micro missile. So I'll have to go through the process of doing the PCB. And then the infinity nuke is not expensive, especially since I already have ether gas going. Let's see how much I have. Oh yeah, 51 buckets worth. I'm good. I'm good. All right, so now we have the improbable device. Look at how close we are. We are literally one piece off from having an ATM star. That is exciting. That is really exciting. So what do we do with the ATM star once we get it is going to be the big question. Now, generally speaking, the best thing you could probably do is to go straight for infinite power. So where is the infinite power? Which one would I want? Probably... What's the difference? Okay. I mean, that doesn't seem too bad. We can easily get that. So it seems like this creative energy cell is probably going to be where it's at. Creative controller. Interesting. And that'll take just over 2 billion FE, which isn't too bad compared to what we've already been crafting, which I've been crafting this entire episode. Another set of alloy. Let's see how that's doing. Oh, it's done. Good stuff. Now it's only 9 of them. So let's do another 81. Because an ATM star requires, I think, 18 of these. Just guessing off the top of my head because I don't actually recall. But our goal is to get more than one, so might as well have some of the stuff started, right? We'll see if I want to do more than one. I have an idea of what I would want to do with it if I do. But my main goal, and perhaps the conclusion to the series, is just crafting a star. Because that's a major achievement. I know there's like the moon and whatnot, but I don't really have a desire to go to the moon. As far as I can tell, there's actually not a whole lot you can actually do there. There's not a lot you can explore. And I would personally think that that would be like an end game kind of thing, so there would need to be something worthwhile there, and it doesn't seem like there is. So we'll see. Hey, and with that, we're going to leave it here. If you enjoyed the video, please consider dropping a like on it and sharing with your friends. Don't forget to click that subscribe button, and for future videos, to stay up to date, check the links below so that way you can follow on your preferred platform. There's a Discord. Give it a join. You know, let's interact. Drop a comment on the video. Let me know what you think. Thanks for chilling.